morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning. Good morning. Hello. I'm not here yet, so I'm just saying good morning, but actually I'll be right back. I still need a couple of things. I still need to put on clothing. I'm wearing my pajamas, and I still need to feed the animals. So that's all. I'll turn up the volume of the music a little bit, and I'll be right back. I'll leave the microphone on in case anything exciting happens here, but yeah, I need to get changed, and I need to get the animals their breakfast. I'll feed them in here though so that you can see them. So just hold on a sec, click the thumbs up button, and I will be right back. Let's hope that this stops being glitchy. My stomach is hurting really bad right now. I just want you to know I'm probably going to complain a few minutes or I'll complain periodically. I have like pain coming from my stomach and I feel bad for myself. So all is well. I just have to get my cup of water for pacing and my palette. I'm gonna clean my palette. Be right back in just a second. Hopefully the glitching will be done now. Okay, here we are. I think I need something to wipe my brush off with. Good morning, good morning. The internet can't handle me. Good morning to you. Hello, everybody. Good morning. It is a beautiful morning, even if there is some glitching going on the stream. Apologies if you're seeing glitchy sort of vibes, but hello, you're too cool for the net. That's what it is. The internet just can't handle me. It's just jealous. The internet is just jealous. Good morning, everybody. Oh, I don't know what this is. I have like a sharp pain in my stomach. I'm pretty sure I do know what it is, but I don't like it. Just because, hey, can you stop trying to steal her food? You have your own food. You eat your food. Here. That one's for you. What was I going to get? I was going to get up and get, oh yeah, my phone. Ugh. Why is this happening? I woke up this morning. I know why it's happening. Because I woke up this morning and I took a couple of lysine pills, which help if you get cold sores. But I forgot to eat or drink anything with them. So now there's just pills in my stomach that don't feel great. So I drank a bunch of water. I did have coffee. That probably didn't help. But anyway. We're going to be painting today. It's an extra live stream. I've decided I didn't finish yesterday's tutorial for today, so there's no crochet tutorial today, and I felt bad for not having content for you guys. So instead, I thought we would just continue working on this painted t-shirt we're working on. So we're doing a custom t-shirt for Alex. Right now, what we have left to work on Well, I'll just show you. Let me just set up the phone for my second angle for you, so you can see what we're working with today. Let's see if this is a good angle for you. Like that. Come on. Come back to life, phone. Why you not work? You are working. Resume. Okay, so here's what the t-shirt looks like right now. I can show you from the top. This is the spaceship on the t-shirt. Toby, eat your own food. Such a drama king. Okay. Put you over here. Let's try this. If we get you over here, like this, like that, and like this. There we go. Then we can get you overhead like that. Try and get the microphone out of the picture here. How's your week going so far, everybody? I feel like I am like slow is how it feels. I don't know how to explain how I'm feeling, but it's basically like I feel like meh. Just totally meh. Nothing is going exactly how I would like it to between the last couple of days, and I am just ready for it to just smooth back out and for everything to go nice and cool and chill. That would be super. Okay, good. There, Toby's eating now. If you hear crunching, it's because Toby's on the floor crunching his food. Doing as much as I can without messing up my rib. Good call on aiming to not mess up your rib. That was a smart decision. Okay, so down here, I said to Alex, do you want anything else on here? And he said you could do flames on it. Oh, excuse me. And I said, what do you mean I could do flames? And he said, maybe around the bottom there could be flames. And I said, maybe there could be. So I'm not for sure on that yet. I'm not making that decision, a final decision yet, but let's decide on some colors to put in here. Ultramarine, pink. We could probably use metallic pink, white. What else have we got? Burnt sienna. I feel like there's a few grays and golds that could go well. Metallic silver would be good for our spaceship that we're gonna paint. I think metallic silver will do some good things. And I think we should also do the metallic gold. There's also, I think, a metallic something else. Put them on the back edge, then it'll look like he farted and on fire to take off on his own. That's funny. He would love that though. Okay, so metallic silver, metallic gold. I think there's a bronze in here too. Metallic bronze, very good. Peekaboo. Don't growl at him. He's just a dog. Okay, bronze, gold, silver. Metallic. Toby! She's eating her own food. He's bullying Peekaboo as she eats her own food. Like, what is this guy's problem? Okay, metallic, silver. Okay, I think that's probably a good amount of color. Let's see what red they have though. There's a better red here, ruby red. Today is my daughter's 17th birthday. Happy birthday, Heather. That's so awesome. Trying to be okay that she will be an official adult next year. I mean, an 18-year-old is not an adult in my brain at all, thinking of where I was at 18. But it's true that legally the world will consider her an adult, which feels crazy. I can feel my lip is bothering me today. Apologies if you see me fiddling around with this a lot. Need a little Need a little of the good stuff. Such a bummer. Okay. I also want to see some more color in here. We've got a good amount of orange. I think we could do to have more purple. There's this really nice dark violet. 17 is a crazy age. It's like when you think for real that you're grown and everyone around you who is an adult is like, this is a child. Isn't that a wild time to be alive? $17. Oh God. Let's just get paint all over everything, shall we? Although this is a very dark purple, I think it will be pretty. And we can mix it with other colors. All right, you can just sit in there now. All right, so what do we need to do? What do we need to add to this? What's it missing? What can you see with your eyeballs that I can't see? Let's start with some paintbrush. Peekaboo. Hey, Peekaboo, get out! That's not your food! Nasty! Nasty fat cat. Get out of here. You go back in here. Go get your butt in here. No, not that way. No, you leave their stuff alone. Go on. You fat cat, go. Not your breakfast. Toby, what are you doing letting her eat your breakfast? You dumb dog. All right, we also still need white. I like using this thick white paint because it's for t-shirts, but it's just acrylic paint. But it's for fabric, but it's so thick that when I mix other colors with it, it thickens the other color, and I like that. He's feeding his friend. His friend is overweight, and the vet is going to judge me, so he's not allowed to feed his friend, okay? All right, so let's do this. She thinks she is totally ready to fully adult. Ugh, hard to tell her. She has no idea, and also be supportive, right? You want to be like, yeah, you're really good at taking care of yourself. You child. I want to be supportive of you, kid, but you don't know what you're talking about. You don't know anything about the world. You don't know anything about anything. 17? Ugh. I must have been insufferable at 17. Because I knew everything, for sure. And my parents didn't know anything. I mean, I wasn't that bad of a kid, though. Like, as far as I can think, I didn't do crimes. I wasn't out there. I mean, I could have been dead in a ditch lots of times in my young time. I definitely could have been murdered more than one time with some of the activities my friends and I got up to, but I didn't. I wasn't, so it all worked out fine. What weirds me out as an adult now is it's not how stupid my behavior was, it was how inappropriate adult men behavior was. Like, back then, I thought I was so grown, so I was flirting with older men. I'm saying men because I was a child and they were not, but I think, like, my friends and I would go out, and if an adult man approached us, we would be like, wow, it's because we look so much older than we are. No, it's because they were creeps. It wasn't because we looked older than we were, because now when I look back at photos of me all dressed up like a grown-up, it looks like a child dressed up in going out clothes. It doesn't look like an adult. But my friend and I, we would like go out and then we would feel so grown up when we got hit on in public. Ew. Either we make it look easy and fun or so terrible she's like, I can go out and do this better. Yes, literally. It was a weird time. Definitely a weird time. I don't even know how my parents would have navigated if they knew what was going on. Like, I wasn't doing crimes, but I definitely wasn't being a very mature, safe person. Like, I'm definitely going to be... My sister is definitely going to be more aware of her kids than the previous generation, you know? No hate on my parents at all. They did exactly what they were supposed to. But it was, you know, it's just so weird. It's just so weird. Being a parent to a girl feels like a really scary path to be on. Obviously, being a parent to a child, regardless, you're going to have stuff to worry about with your kids, but like having to worry about keeping a kid safe is scary. That's scary. I'm sorry that that's something that you have to navigate. I'm adding gold onto this. Yeah, I feel like that would stress me out all the time, having to navigate parenting. I would be having regular panic attacks, let me tell you. Luckily for me, it's not a problem I'm dealing with. The panic attacks or parenting. Anyway, Heather, didn't mean to bring you down thinking about all the stress of the future. Hopefully you are able to look at all of the amazing things that you have accomplished by creating that child, and also all of the amazing things that child has accomplished. However, 17-year-olds, they aren't grown. And 17-year-olds who think they are grown are, well, they are all 17-year-olds, I think. Okay, so I'm using gold as my highlight color because why not? And then I'm doing the gunmetal, or whatever it's called, blue steel, as my shadowy color for my little spaceship. It's not a good spaceship. I'm not trying to say it's the best looking spaceship, but you can tell what it is supposed to be, right? It looks like it's a spaceship. I think it's spaceshipy enough for me. Also, I ironed this yesterday, this shirt, so all of the paint that's previously painted is not going to move ever again, because it is now, oops, that's not what I meant to do. Well, that's okay. Gold and purple look good together. They look like old gold. Fun fact, if you need your gold to look a little bit different, add either purple or green, and then you will get a new color in gold that is equally interesting. Like if you add a little bit of purple, it just makes it look a little bit more like rosy. It's super scary. I constantly remind her not to be on her phone when walking in public, always saying head on a swivel. Yeah, isn't that so fun? You know what's super fun? No, it's not. I hate it for all of us, but what's super fun is that's not how boys have to grow up. Head on a swivel in case someone tries to attack and murder you. Obviously, you leave that part out when you're talking about it, but like that's the gist of it. Head on a swivel because you're always in danger because of the body you were born in. Wait, what? But I didn't do anything. Yep, you did. You did do something. You were born in a body that came with a vulva, and for that reason, you're always in danger. It's not. I'm sorry. It's not as bad. It's not that bad. It's not that evil. The world is not evil. I know that. It's just that's what it feels like sometimes. I have friends who have girls, and it's just like a constant thing. I wear pants, shorts under any dresses or skirts I wear. If only that would help you, Candy. Unfortunately, I mean, it'll help you for your comfort. And like, for not accidentally flashing the world, but like, I just hate I just hate men. I don't. I love Alex. I just hate general men. I just hate the concept of man. Is that so much? Let's not talk about it. It's not that I've had a good time being a girl. It's been fine. Let's not talk about how it can be bad. Let's just focus on the fact that you have managed to bring a human to 17 years on this planet. You are the one who's a magical person. I mean, happy birthday to the kid and whatever, but like, also, you raised a kid. Anyway, her world is her oyster, doing what I can while she lives here. Exactly, Heather. The world is her oyster. What does that mean? Can somebody help me? What does that even mean? The world is your oyster. Why? Why is it what can someone explain the oyster business here to me? I've heard this saying all the times, but why is the world an oyster? Why oysters are not universally loved? Like, what do you mean? Do oysters get to go anywhere in the world? Do oysters... What's the vibe? What's that even... Is it because there's a pearl in an oyster? What do you mean? Okay, so now we're working on these flames, and I think I want to do like a darker red in the middle. Now I am crying laughing, legit. For real though, if you were trying, like whenever I hear things like that where I don't really understand where they come from, before I look them up, which we could do, we all have the ability to, but instead, it's more fun to theorize and to discuss why. Why is the world my oyster? The world is your oyster. The world is an oyster, and I have to spend my life looking for the pearl? But if my world is one oyster, there's only a very small chance there's a pearl. If the world is oysters, then spend your life looking for the pearl. Okay. But if the world is just my one oyster, the world is your oyster. It's my one oyster. I can look for a pearl. There is no guarantee there will be one. The world is your oyster. It's $1, like a buck a shuck. The world is going to possibly give me food poisoning. The world is meant to be eaten in large quantities with friends and alcohol. I'm trying to think, like, what am I doing with an oyster? Because of the chance of a pearl. Okay, so I follow. I don't think it's clear enough. I don't think they've given enough to us for that. All right, so these are my little flames coming out of the back of my rocket ship. We're not talking about the fact that this rocket ship is in outer space. And Candace already mentioned that once they're in outer space, there's no flames because they are not using combustion to move forward. But that is not... I'm not a scientist or a doctor, so that's not my business. So I looked it up before you said the theorize. I will share. It came from William Shakespeare in 1602. Huh. And what did Willie Shakes use it for? What did he talk? What did he try to... Did he just say that and people were like, okay, sure, the world is our oyster? 'Cause what? But also, William Shakespeare made up the word phantasmagoric, and that's a good word. So I'm Team William. All right, I made another orange here so we can My paints are too thick and dry. We need them thinner and wetter. Sorry I didn't finish a tutorial today, guys. I wasn't in the mood. William Shakespeare's 1602 play, The Merry Wives of Windsor, where the character Pistol declares, "Why then, the world's mine oyster, which I with sword will open." Okay. Alright. The world is my oyster. Okay, to me that just... Okay. To me, that doesn't feel like it's about pearl finding. It feels more like it's about I will F the world. Like, the world is my oyster and I'll open it with my sword. Like, I can eat whatever I can have and take whatever I want, and I'll do it by violence. That's what I'm reading. Because you use a blade to open an oyster. Like a shucking knife. So actually, it seems like that character was violent. And actually, the world is my oyster means I'm going to take over whatever I want. Take what you want from this life. But you have to do it with violence. Because oysters are hard to open. Hi, Alex. This morning, the birds were just in their cage with the cover on because it was still early. I woke up a little earlier and the cover was still on and they were going out, out, out. Just quietly, out. Sorry. In its original context, the phrase implied using force or any means necessary to get what one wants, but it is evolved to be widely used, meaning that what the world offers is abundant. Opportunities and possibilities for someone to pursue their desires. The world is your oyster, so slice it with a knife. How about the world is your oyster, so release it back into the lake? How about the world is your oyster? It's trying to filter out all of the damage and disease and toxins, but we keep eating them, so there's not as many filter feeders cleaning up our waterways. How about we leave the oysters? Are they even that tasty to begin with? Do you like oysters, Alex?
All right.
Okay. The world is an aphrodisiac. Okay. The world is your snot bubble that you swallow around friends, because that's what it feels like you're doing when you eat an oyster. It's literally the texture of boogers, and if you have people who eat oysters around you, they'll be like, oh, you don't chew it. You just put it in your mouth and then swallow it. And I'm like, I could be taking pills. This is literally, what do you mean? What part of this am I enjoying? And then they say, well, you know, it tastes like the hot sauce and like the ocean. You get like that salty flavor. And I'm like, okay, again, you could have made me a pickle-flavored Jell-O shot. Like, what do you mean? You don't even really interact with the oyster very much. You have the shell, which is the fun, I guess. And you just swallow the little booger. You don't really, like, interact a ton with it. You're not, like, moving it around your mouth or chewing it. Plus, it's, like, recently deceased. Like when you eat an oyster, it was like it's alive when they give it to you. And then when you put it in your mouth, it's like either dead or just recently dead. So like the vibe of eating a live creature, weird. Don't know how I feel about that. I feel like this is a good amount of yellow for the flames. And now we've got our first bit done. Oh, the sparkles looks good. I love the metallic. The metallic was a good addition. Let me show you what it looks like up close, because I don't think the reflection of the metallics is catching. Do you see it? See the metallic? Ooh, so metallic. Okay, now let's get back up on this side and we can work on the top part here. Just knocking stuff over, it's fine. Nothing to worry about here, folks. Just knocking stuff over. All right, so there we go. Now let's try and do something up here. We need something up at this side. What do we think? Do we want another planet? Or like... What do you think? What's the vibe? Great customization of the t-shirt. Thank you so much. We need something up here. This is like the top part of the chest, and we need something up here. Part of me kind of wants to continue this swirl business and kind of do something like with lines that keeps going here, but I don't really know what. What do you think? Oh, the Big Dipper, true. We do need the stars. Okay, so we need the Big Dipper, but we need it to be facing that way. So if we do a Big Dipper, we will start with it in white. I just draw the Big Dipper how I remember it, not how it actually looks. You know what I mean? How many stars are in the Big Dipper? This is upside down, remember, so don't panic when I start drawing it. We're gonna have the bucket part, maybe right here, and here. All right. Then here. One, two, three. I feel like that's all that it does. What is Alex's birthday constellation? We did that before, remember, with the whatever Virgo or whatever it is. I think he's Virgo. Okay, so we'll start with some circles as our shape for our stars. Circle number 1. Circle number 2. I feel like that looks right. Why look up a constellation? Just remember what it kind of looks like in your head. It's upside down, but there's the square bucket, and I feel like there's 3 thingamabobs, dotty things. Okay, now I'm gonna take some yellow and mix it with the white. And then I'm going to, with a ruler, where's my ruler? Here it is. With my ruler, I'm going to go to the first dot I did. And I'm gonna do a vertical line on all of them. I need like wet paint for this. Vertical line, vertical lines. I feel like we could also add a moon somewhere. We haven't added a moon. I feel like the moon is important, don't you think? Alright, so there's the vertical lines on our stars. Now we'll do the same thing, but horizontally. And that's gonna make it look like they're sparkling, hopefully. There. Now, can you tell what it is? Maybe not, but that's not my problem. Okay, now I'm gonna take some purple, which got a little bit mixed with some yellow, so it's lighter. And I'm gonna use that to connect my dots. I love when the birds find ways to entertain themselves that is not creating destruction in my home. I don't know if you can hear them crunching behind me, but sorry if the mic is also low. I don't know if you can hear the birds crunching behind me, but they have not caused any trouble this morning. Neither of them are feeling particularly nasty today, which has been pretty cool. We love when the birds are not being nasty. Okay, Big Dipper. Done. I do think we need to have more stars now that I'm seeing how these look with the lines. I think we need more of those. I think that'll really help tie this together, this area. I also think we need the moon because here's our little Earth. I think we can have a moon up here now. And I think I'll use the metallic there we go. A little moon. There. A tiny little moon. And now I think I can do something here with like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just add more stars. So I think what I'll do is with my yellow dots, I can just add some yellow dots. You know? Who doesn't love? Oh, that's definitely going to help with my nebula. To make the nebula look more nebulous, if you will. Okay, so now let's turn this back around so we can look at the other side again. Do you want to see it from the front, by the way? Here's what it looks like right now. From the front. Oops. We've got the Big Dipper is now up here. Candace, thank you for that. But I love the way those stars look, so thank you for that. Peekaboo, you can't stay here right now. I'm painting. So I think we need to add more stars down here. I think we need to add more stars down here. Maybe we need more comets coming out that way or that way. Whatever you think. Miss Peekaboo, you can't sit on my desk while I'm painting. You can't sit on my desk. You can't do it. Peekaboo's like, I would like to paint also, I think. Okay, so now we can pull you around this way. Sorry, miss. I need you to at least scooch over a bit. I can't paint with you here. Don't flap your tail at me like you're ticked off. It's not very polite. Okay, so over here, this is difficult to do with you, Peekaboo. I don't know where I'm supposed to be. Okay, so what about your typical UFO? That's a good idea. I think that's still also a good idea for that corner because that's like where Earth is and we're the ones that think we see UFOs, so that makes sense to me. But first I think I want to add some more stars. Okay, and then after I add a few stars, then I'll go back with the yellow to add my vertical and horizontal lines. Where did I put my ruler? Underneath here. Okay. So I just have to keep track of what horizontal and vertical is because I keep turning the shirt around. Then I can just do a line up. Good. All of these will be permanent. I will be, whatchamacallit, ironing them. And when you iron acrylic paint, it sets into fabric. If you look up what fabric paint actually is, like when you buy fabric paint, it's just acrylic paint. So go to the dollar store, buy some of that dollar acrylic paint, paint your clothes, then flip the clothing item out inside out and iron it. Or put something on top of it and then iron it, like a towel. And then you will have permanently modified clothes that look so cool. Look how cute the stars look. Doesn't that add such a good vibe? I think it does. I like the idea for a typical UFO, Candace. That's a good call. Oh, the stars are such a good addition. Look how good that looks. I'm super into that. You know what I think I want to do also is some of these dots that are from the bleach. I think I want to just take the white and turn them into stars by adding the lines. Like that, like little itty bitty ones. Too bad you could not do a mini George Jetson in it. It's just, it doesn't mean anything to Alex. This isn't a shirt for him. It wouldn't make sense. If he was a big Jetsons fan, maybe it'd be different, but he doesn't even care about that. I'm just going and doing crosses over some of the smallest dots. And I think it's a good idea. It looks so cool. Okay, now I'm gonna turn this again. Peekaboo, you're not making this easy for me, girl. You know? Okay, same thing down here. We'll find some nice dots. Isn't that fun? Big white head with big black eyes. I was thinking big green head with big black eyes. Okay. I think that's a pretty good amount of stars. Do we need more stars? Probably, honestly. Whoever felt like we have too many stars, because the answer may surprise you. Okay. Aren't they fun? Stars are cool. I feel like this right here is like a planet that isn't sure about it yet. So I think I'm gonna turn it into a planet. I'm looking at it and it's giving like planet in the shadows. It's giving Pluto, you know? Just a sad, lonely little outskirts planet over here. Just feel like she needs us. So let's invite her back into the solar system. And her secondary color, I think, will be purple. I also would like to do a little more work on that Saturn. Okay, so here's the like planet, right? And now, because this planet is like way out here, it's also gonna have a bunch of moons. Well, I'm gonna try to give it a bunch of moons. Just need to loosen up my paint a bit. You know what I almost feel like would work better for me is if I dipped a brush in the gray. Like that. At least then I can get a nice circular shape to follow. Okay, so if those are my planets, Beelzebub, I need you to not be bothering me right now, please. Thank you. Here are my planets. Or my moons. What did I say these are? These are moons. These are moons around a faraway rock. There. There's my little planets. And now I want to do some small stuff. There, a little bit of interest, if you will. Okay, and now I want to take my gold, I think, and I want to go around the outline of my black hole here. Why you gotta do that to me? Just spread easily. Thank you. Maybe this is not a black hole. Maybe this is a solar eclipse. Who's to say? Really no way of knowing. Because it's not real. Here's the question. Do we want to add like flames here? Is this where we're going to put the flames that Alex has requested? Might work. I just have to remember what flames look like. I feel like this is not the right shape up here. Need like a better round shape to follow. Maybe you. Are you big enough? Too big. Okay, how about you? Too small. Am I just gonna use my eyes? Let's just try. See if I can curve my hand. Nope, nope, nope. Nope, don't touch my paint. Pika. I can't paint with you that close to me. Do you see her flapping her tail like she's mad at me? I didn't do anything to you, Peekaboo. Do you see how close her nose is to what I'm doing? What do you think you're doing? The whiff of what she's sniffing cannot be great. I literally, well, acrylic paint doesn't really smell bad, but maybe it smells good to her. Her head is just resting on her little feet as she just stares at what I'm doing. I don't even think she's looking. I think her eyes are closed. I'm gonna be honest with you. Don't think she's interested. Okay, I'm happy that we did this curve again. I still feel like maybe it's because it's not flat right here. Like my half circle is not perfect. You huffing paint, Pika? She was a street cat. Who's to say? Maybe she was a paint huffing kitty. I think I need to get the black paint out, and I think I need to do this area like in hard, like sharp black, you know? I also need a bigger paintbrush here. Don't even look at it like it's a toy, Pika. It's not for you. Funny she's getting in your space. Ha. Pika, you're all up in my space. Get your toes off my paint. Do you see her little tail? Who you think you're irritated at, huh? She's irritated because I'm talking to her. You're being rude, Peekaboo. I need an even bigger brush. Okay. Maybe that's good. I've already used up all my yellow, so let's get more. I think we'll have to use white on the inner corner of this. I'm wondering though, should we hold on. This is this was not a good idea. Immediately regretting that idea. I changed my mind. I think the better one is to just put it down like this and then paint a line. I just want the circle to be perfect. You know? You know what I mean? I says, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hold on one sec. You need to come over here, Nika. Okay. So there's the new circle. That one's actually a circle, like a good shape. Right, Alex?
Right.
That's right. There we go. Cool. At least now it's like an actual circle, which is good. Right. All right, so the yellow is now good, almost. Just gonna clean up this edge, and then I'm gonna go back in with the gold, and then I'm gonna go back in with the white, I think. Or maybe I'll do a little bit more blending out first. Like we can go get a little bit of orange. Just for like blending out, and then I think red also, right? Little red. Cool. What do you hear? You hear something? Oops. Hit my mic with paint again. Sorry. What are we thinking? How's it look? Is it giving solar eclipse? Hey, get your feet off my paint. Thank you. Great addition. Looking great. Thank you. Okay, I think these here are all going to be exploding off of the sun. So they're gonna get some tails on them. These like little red clumps. So I'm gonna mix some white up, or maybe some yellow, whitish yellow, and then I can have them coming straight from off the sun, like that. Cool. Love that for us. Let's just create some loose yellow. Cool. We love that. And then these can be solar rays. We love that. And now this planet is awfully close to the sun, so I feel like she's gonna be mostly not water-based. So I think we can cover up pretty much all of the green. I think we can feel pretty confident that this planet would not have any water on it, being, you know, so close to the sun. So we could probably take it into a more bronze sort of direction. And then I'll just mix up some bronze and put it on top of the blue. And now the planet all at once goes from being a water planet to a desert planet, which makes more sense because it is right next to the sun. Right, Peekaboo? Do you see her ears twitch when I say her name, by the way? Peekaboo. And then her tail wags. She knows I'm talking to her. The important thing is that this cat knows her name now. Oh, it's only 10:30. That's awesome. I'm kind of just in the mood to paint today, so I love that we can do this extra live stream and get some painting in. Okay, and maybe a little more red. There, we've got a red and bronze planet now. Once that dries a bit, we can add some more detail. Right now, just the base color. Base color, red and bronze. Okay, Pika, I need to move you. Sweetheart. Baby angel. As much as I think you are lovely and wonderful, you are in my way. So excuse me. Excuse me, please. Thank you. I need you to completely not be on it right now because I need it to, like, I need to I need to use the desk and I need to paint and I need to also go pee. So I'm going to put this on the ground so that the birds don't touch it. I'm going to cover my paint palette and I'll just let you guys watch Peekaboo while I go pee. Always doing bird crimes around here, these birds. All right, back to it. See peekaboo left. Now we can look at the whole thing and determine what's next. So we still need an alien spaceship. I still want to work on the nebula stuff a little bit more. I don't know exactly what I want to do, but this nebula middle region. Ooh, that's kind of fun. We've got red ones coming out here, orange ones coming out here. That's cool. I like that. I think I want to do the nebula now. And I don't exactly know what I want to do. Any recommendations are welcome. I think first I want to make it all one shape, like make this cloud section one thing. And I don't know exactly how I'm going to go about doing that. I'm going to outline it in this dark purple maybe. That could be fun. Kind of like water down some of it. Okay. I think Big Brother was listening as I got nebula stuff on my Facebook feed after the stream. Really? I can't say I'm surprised, because whenever that happens, when I like talk to my friends about something and then I get advertised it, I'm like, first of all, I have to be like, I don't love this, but I also was thinking about it, so like thank you for the ad, but also like I don't really love that I didn't search for this anywhere. So right now I'm just going with a thin line. Do you want to be closer? Do you feel like you want to see it more close up? Because I can move the camera as close as you would like to be to it. I don't mind. So right now what I'm doing is I'm just outlining these clouds or nebula things. I'm just outlining them first in purple because I feel like that looks fun to me. I don't know exactly what we're gonna do to make it look like correct, but maybe it's not gonna look correct. Maybe it's gonna look, you know, just artistic in its own way. It's good where it is. You think so? Do you think I'm making it worse right now, or am I making it better? Because that's the risk that I always take as someone who has the too much gene. The risk I always take is it gonna be too much? Because it always could end up being too much. Hopefully not. Nope, each detail added is still good. Thanks, Candace. Don't forget, we got the whole back to go. I don't know about that. Maybe we don't do the whole back. I'm usually like a one side of a t-shirt girly. I mean, I guess we'll see how it feels once we get there, but in this moment, I'm not feeling like we are painting the back. Okay, so now what I'm wondering... Wait, I don't have time to wonder yet. I still have the whole upper side to do of these clouds. We can wonder when we are done. Okay. It's like I want all of this side to be dark purple because it's all on the side of the black hole or whatever, or the eclipse. So I want it to be darker. God, I looked up and thought, holy crap, did I miss her painting that huge white thing by this spaceship? I was busy finding the cat video on YouTube for the cat to play with on the TV. I love that for you. That palette, whoa, she painted a whole palette on her painting while I wasn't looking. That's funny. Very, very funny. I'm trying to add more clouds here. The other one, it looked like a giant seashell. Oh, that's my water dip thing. My seashell water dipper thinger. This white paint is so freaking thick. It does not spread well. They were too full of water. My mother of thousands needed to be rescued from the garden. Oh no! Is your mother of thousands going to survive it? Too much water. She's a succulent. She doesn't want that. She's like, make it dry. Luckily for you, if she dies, the mother of thousands has likely made lots and lots of pups for you to rescue. I have to bring my plants in still. Haven't done it. I brought a few of them in, but that's probably one of the jobs for this week. I did repot all my coleus cuttings yesterday. So I had a whole bunch of coleus cuttings that were just waiting for, like, me, basically. They were just rooting in a cup in my kitchen. And they took on beautiful amounts of roots, and they were ready yesterday to get repotted. So I took half an hour and I just repotted them into potting mix with lots of perlite. And yeah, now they're going to stay outside. Maybe I'll move them in tonight, but they are going to come inside and try to live a life of houseplant life. Hopefully they will survive until next year, and then I can put them back outside. Most likely they will just die, but I'm going to try my best to not have them die because I like them. That being said, every other time I've tried to overwinter coleus, they have died. I'll still try again. I'll try every year, but I mean, it's not happening. My oxalis cuttings seem to be rotting. The coleus cuttings I took from the mall are rooting. Beautiful. I will say, if your oxalis is rotting, try just changing the water. And also don't try cutting it off and like starting again on the same cutting. Just leave it in the water. If it fully rots and like melts and turns to liquid, like, too bad. But if you have more leaves that you can try to root from, I would say just cut a whole bunch more leaves. I usually think that like 10% of them are just gonna rot just because they feel like it. So if yours end up being in that 10%, don't be too shocked about it. I feel like my oxalis don't always root. I wonder if any of them have even started rooting. I have them in a cup by my kitchen, or cup in my kitchen. I shared the pic in Discord. I'm not going into Discord right now. I lifted my hand like I was going to click on it, and I'm like, I'm not doing that right now. Okay, so that looks more nebulous now to me. Adding those clouds, I think, was a good choice. Don't you think?
Yes.
And now I'm going to make it a brighter purple. Just by adding a little bit of white. And then I'm going to add a few more clouds on this side. For Candace, she can check it. Oh, okay, cool. I have roots starting. Okay, cool. Hello on a Tuesday. I didn't have a video to publish today, so instead of having no content for you, I decided when I do not have a video to publish, I'll just go live. And that way you don't have no content today. It's 'cause I care about you guys. I just don't want you to be without content. That would be cruelty. I'm not mad. Good. I'm glad. Sorry, I might not be talking as much because I am painting at the same time. And, you know, it takes a good amount of my brain power to come up with these amazing artistic endeavors. I have an eye goober I can see whenever I look down. Okay. Do I want to do like yellow maybe with the purple? I feel like maybe I should just stick to the colors I was already doing. Excuse you.
Heard me?
What do you
Oh, you heard that?
What do you mean I heard that? The whole internet heard that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
What the heck was that about?
Just living.
Just a feeling.
L-I-V-I-N.
L-I-V-I-N. That Louisa, courtesy of Ada, learning to pee on the potty. Oh, amazing. Also, thank you, whoever gifted me my membership. Yesterday, Madam Louisa gifted a whole bunch of people memberships. It was in celebration of Miss Ada being successful on the potty. We all celebrated together. And Louisa was so kind as to gift a bunch of memberships, which was super cool. Okay. So I'm trying to keep this cloud like a little bit translucent. This third cloud, because I want that spiral to continue to show through. But I need to have the paint blend nice. And I think I need more red. Or do I want to add orange? Maybe we could do some orange. You're so good. Hi. Gary, you're already out. Gary, you're already out, baby. You're saying out, but you're already out. You gotta pick a different word. Okay. I think this is working for me. I also wanted to know how that would work. Is YouTube God deciding who's worthy of membership? Do the YouTube gods decide? I believe the answer is yes. The YouTube gods. Okay. Now I'm going to go over back to this side. Try to get some more red on these clouds. All right. That looks nice. Okay, I think we just need a little bit more stuff happening here. I think this one doesn't have enough complexity. There we go. Cool. Okay, nebula side number 1. Feeling good about it. Oh, bye, Candy. Have a good rest of your day. See you later. Good luck with the doctor. All right, now let's turn this around so we can see the other side of that nebulous bonanza. So there's our bottom part of the nebula now. Feel pretty good about her. I'm calling it a nebula. It may not be called a nebula. Whatever that purple cloudy shape is. When I think nebula, that's what I think. So if that's not what you think, then live your best life, girl. Okay, now let's keep ourselves moving. Of course, she put the palette down in a stupid location. It's fine. Come back over here. Where's that shell gone? Over here. More water. There. Now we have water and paint. And now we can work on Nebula Shape 2.0 over here. So first, I'm kind of just water painting it to get the fabric all wet, because then I can grab other colors, and when I touch the fabric, it'll just move to where I want it. I do like a nebulous bonanza. Me too. I love when those nebulas just are all over the place. I like it nebulous. All right, so I'm just adding more cloud bubbles around. And they are being filled in with really watery paint. So you may notice that they kind of almost disappear, which is okay, because then I'll go over them with less invisible paint. Where did that nebula go here? There you are. I'm also starting to feel the pressure. Alex and I are going camping soon. And I have not yet found a person to bird sit. And so today one of my jobs is to find the pet sitting website to find somebody who has bird experience who I can hire. And I am nervous to have someone come into my home, touch my stuff, and also hang out with my animals. So I feel the pressure, but I also feel this like extra pressure of like, I don't really want anybody. I want it to be like my family or friends. And yet all of my family and friends, they are not people that I want to force to come to my home 2 times a day for 5 or 6 days. So I need to like have someone that I pay, because then I don't feel like guilt. You know, totally normal stuff. Beelzebub, get off of that. I'm excited for our big camping trip though. We haven't gone camping since last year. Our last camping trip was our last camping trip that we ever went on with Thunder. And now this camping trip will be our first camping trip that we go on with Toby. Hopefully he's okay camping. I think he will be. Everyone loves to camp. So I wouldn't be shocked if Toby also loves camping. Okay, that's looking cool. Okay, nebula's looking good. I think I want to add a little purple to this one, just to pull it in. I also kind of like that it's showing up like translucent, like the paint isn't opaque, and I think that's cool. Once we iron it, it'll look even cooler. Okay, so now that that part's done, I'm gonna come and do this part up here. Oh, yeah? I hear you, Beelzebub, I do. Yeah, Dancy Dance. Hi. Hey. No, that's not very nice. What are you doing? Hey, 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 hey. No, thank you. Don't say out. You're already out. What's up with you? How is that even possible? My phone is at 20% already. What did I do today on my phone? I decided that I wanted Alex to have a new t-shirt that was hand painted and hand like bleach dyed. And this is where we ended up with this outer space nebulous bonanza. I don't know what I'm gonna do today. Wonder if there's some way to encode some secret message, either in star dots or letters worked into the art. Ooh, a secret message. Like Alex, you to best. Well, let's finish the nebula before we start coming up with all different solutions. So far, though, I'm loving the way the clouds with the diluted paint are still letting, like right here, you can see there's the cloud of the nebula, but it's also translucent, and I think that looks really cool. Yeah. Yep. It's working. It's just not moving easily enough. The paint doesn't want to move easily for me. So I keep having to add water. Unfortunately, when you add water, it also reduces the opacity. So you see right now this bright orange that I'm painting on, it looks like I'm painting a bright opaque color, and then as it dries it becomes more and more translucent. Now I'm gonna do purple, and then I'll probably add a little red. Create myself a nice new color. Oh, jeez, Louise. Hey, get off my stuff, Beelzebub. That's my makeup. That's Echo. That's not yours. No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Don't make me get the water. Okay, I feel pretty good about these nebula cloud shapes. This I want to connect it a little more. Like from here. Braille dots, stars or binary. Interesting. Cool. Okay, so now that's connected. Good. And now I think I want just some rough, sort of cloudy vibe there. And I think I want to do that with like white, like a white and maybe white and silver with my like mixed up pink here. So I have like a diluted silver with red in it. But it'll have that sparkliness from the silver. And that'll allow us here to just sort of do, ooh, some cloud stuff. Where'd my little paintbrush go? Did I put it in the water? I did. You leave the dog alone. Okay. Okay, and now at this side, we need something spaceshipy. We need some kind of item over here in this region. So let's see what that means. Where did my crayons go? Surprise, surprise. The birds. Nope, they're here. Okay. So if we have like... Which direction would she be in? Would she be like... What color are we gonna do you? Okay, I've got my shape. What about a black hole as well somewhere? I mean, we have whatchamacallit, a eclipse, you know? Okay, I think this is what I'm trying to do. Okay, so I'm basically making it wet, just the fabric, right, into this section. Then I'm taking white paint that is diluted with water, and then along the edge of the wet, I'm hitting it with that white paint, and then it's going to blur it, hopefully, in towards the center and make it look like glass that has a shine. At least that's what I'm hoping. So I go in with the opaque white, and do you see it sort of bleeding over? Do the same on this side. There. And that'll bleed over, and then when this all dries, only the most opaque area is gonna show up as white, and the rest of it'll just sort of fade away. So there's no paint in this middle section. I just made it wet with water, so you can see what I mean, hopefully. Okay, and then what color should the alien spaceship's glass be? Should I just leave it as white, or should it have a hue to it? Here again with the white. So it's not going to be white, it's basically glass. All right, there's our glass. Silver edge, okie dokie. Whatever you say. I believe ya. Okay, here's silver. It looks the same as white, but it's not the same as white because it's got glitter in it. Okay, so there's the glass body part. For the glass, you could reflect a few of the colors around it subtly. Ooh, like over here, I could put some blue and green. I love that idea. Okay, so now I'm going to take just plain silver, no white, and I'm going to do the bottom part in silver because it's a spaceship. And spaceships are made out of metal. For those of you plebs that didn't know, alien spacecraft is made of metal. Unless you're in like a modern movie and then it's made of like rock. But what is metal? It's basically rock, isn't it? Ugh, when the paint is not diluted, it's awful. I just like working with diluted paint. I don't like working with solid paint. It doesn't spread around as nicely. I can't even get it to make curves. How do I curve it? Also, be advised, my spaceship here is upside down. I am painting a spaceship upside down. I'm going to turn it right side up and it's not going to look good at all. Maybe I should be working on it, only looking at it right side up. All right, the upper curve looks okay. Now we just need to get that lower curve. I think I should turn this a little bit so that I can use my hand. Yes. Okay, hold on a sec here. Okay, now let's try turning it over to see if it looks like a little spaceship or if it already does not look like a spaceship. In my head, it's like a glass dome on top of a flying saucer. Come on, that looks great. The way the paint diluted looks awesome. Hopefully. That bottom edge, I would be happier if I could just get it to be smooth. All right, so there's that. And now we need some of those little, like, things for landing. Ugh. When the paint is not wet and it's just like full thickness, I hate it. Look, it doesn't even want to like sit on the fabric when it's dry. All right, now it's got little feet on it. I think the third foot will be there because I think I need something dark. I need dark paint. Guess I could just use the purple for my dark shade today. By the way, sorry if this is a boring day, guys. I'm just feeling like just that kind of a vibe there. So that's supposed to be like the bottom of our flying saucer disc. And then we just have to figure out what our aliens are going to look like. Don't you think? Wonder if an alien should have a stupid smile on him. I mean, probably. He's not going to be a mean alien. He's one of Alex's aliens, therefore he's friendly. Okay, so we'll wait for that to dry for a bit, but let's check out what we're working with. I mean, you're already plugged in. I don't know what you want from me. Hold on a sec. It's only 11:30. What do you want? Okay, now what? You charging? Okay, now we're charging. Beauty. Lots of paint on my hands now, which is just lovely. All right, get you back over here. All right, so now you can see, oops, there's our spaceship. I think it looks perfect, like a bubble, which is good. It does need a reflection, like a light shining on it still. Where did I put my small paintbrush? I put it away. Good job, Laura. Okay, now we need to think. Anything over here that is missing? When in doubt, add more paint. Okay, now let's think. We hadn't finished this planet. So now let's do a little work on this planet, shall we? All right, so this planet does have a red and copper situation. So I'll just go back in and, oops, all that paint is wet. Love that for me. And I'll just go back in and cover up any green. I feel like we are missing some colors here. Like we could add brown into our mix. We don't have any brown going on right now. Metallic, deep brown. I don't want any more metallic. I would love like some burnt sienna. Are you around there? Here, burnt sienna? Perfect. Got some burnt sienna. Yeah, that's good. Burnt sienna mixed with red will be perfect for this planet. Beautiful. There's wet paint all over my arm. I can feel it. Noodle time. Candace, he has not eaten soup since winter. It has not been noodle time. It has been popcorn time. Noodles? First of all, noodles are actually a last year thing. He was big on the ramen. Then he switched over to chunky. He likes chunky soup. And that was his last food. Now it's just been popcorn. I thought soup was a last year thing. There was soup. Chunky soup was his last focus. His last focused safe food was chunky soup, and before that it was ramen. But right now it's popcorn. Smart food, to be exact. Plain or flavored. Smart food, flavored. He likes it flavored, and he doesn't like any of the knockoff brands of Smart Food. It has to be the actual Smart Food brand, which is silly in my humble opinion, but it matters to him, so it matters to me. Okay, I feel like we could also use a lot more blue here. I also feel like we need to redo our Saturn, so I need to figure out how to rotate this so that we're looking at this Saturn here. which looks okay, but it's definitely not very good. It's okay. But what I think we could do is we could use the ruler to our advantage and get the rings to be a little bit more, better. Just get them to be a little bit better. And to do that, I will start with some watery paint. My favorite thing. Okay, so if this is our front, we could just draw a nice painted line. And that's going to be the front of our loop now. My little spaceship is still wet, and I'm trying not to touch it. I feel like something's not working right, but I don't know exactly what, so I'm just going to keep trying. I also feel like these rings could be really cool gold. I hate painting with dry paint. Sometimes it's the right move. Mr. Cheeto would claim the planet. If true, Mr. Cheeto would claim the planet? If it was ha. My brain didn't work for a minute there. I got there though. I found my way, Candace. I don't know how to make this ring look right. Something is just wrong with it. And we just all have to accept that sometimes the way we draw stuff is not the way it looks. It's art. Look at Picasso. The way he draws a face, Don't look like anybody I ever met. And yet it does. It looks like someone we all know, It's art, baby. We're just gonna pretend that Saturn's rings don't follow any logical physics. And then, if we treat it that way, then really what I've got here is a perfect representation of a made-up version of Saturn. One that does not follow any of your rules of physics. Think you're so cool with all your physics and your science. My little Saturn baby here doesn't care about your rules and your physics. You hear that, Alex?
What?
Exactly.
Pardon me?
That's what I'm talking about.
What you talking about?
Do you like this Saturn?
Pardon?
Exactly. Eventually, this will turn into something. I'll just keep making the rings wider and wider until it makes so little sense that you're like, oh, it's not even Saturn. That's just something else. Thank you. Yeah, this is what we needed. I think maybe because the bottom one is so straight and not arced down, I think that's probably what's happening, is I'm trying to figure that out as we go, Candace, and I've realized what you're saying is correct right around the same time that you noticed it. That's why I've made this top part. That's why I'm adding and modifying, hopefully. Hopefully this is now going to be the right curve. And then we will just adjust the planet accordingly. All right, so now we've got the curves of the Saturn correct. Now we just need to figure out how to do the modifications to make the planet fit better. And I think we'll do that first by loading the brush up with some red and repainting part of the planet in right here. You know, with just some nice opaque red and yellow, aka orange. Put you in there like this in order to thin out that band a bit. Yeah, that did it. That makes more sense now. Now, I need a little bit of black paint for us to fix other stuff. Right here. Okay. So now I'm going to go in with some black paint and try to cover up the spots that are too thick. We might have to do this after the fact when everything's dry. Okay, something's closer here now. It's looking closer. Now I think I need to go over here. Maybe I'll dilute you just a bit. Then I can come back here. I feel like that's gonna be as good as we can get for these rings. And as long as we're all okay with that, then we got nothing to worry about here. Now we can take a little bit of time and get a little bit more work done here. I feel like I want the rings to not only be white, I want them to have some different colors. What colors could we do for these rings? Should we do like blue or something, or just keep it like whitish? I feel like I could also cut a little off the bottom there. Hold on. Oh, I didn't realize I'm putting my face into it each time here. Off to lunch with my dad and grandpa. Love you guys. Have a great day. You too. Have a great rest of your day, Melanie. Thanks for stopping by. See you next time. I feel like maybe some like silver dots nearby. Cool, that doesn't work. They don't dot well. think I'll just add some silver dot planet type things in a few other spots also. Yeah, no. I feel like I need like a white silver mix. Something opaque enough, but also sparkly. Maybe white gold and whatever color is on the palette. But I need it to be wet enough that it can move around and that I can like do dots. But they're not circular enough. I need like dots. I feel like I have something in here that will work for that. 1 second. Do I have a dotter tool? I do. I have a dotting tool here with my nail polish stuff. Are there any other dotting tools? No. Okay, but I have this one. I'll just get the extra leftover paint off of it. Cool how the time has flown. Indubitably. Ha! Perfect size for a dot. This would have been a perfect size to dip the bleach in also. This isn't thick enough. It's wrong and I hate it. Okay, let's try this again. So we want to put some dots inside our nebulas. More water. Okay. I feel like I want to draw like a galaxy far away. Alright, so we still have the aliens. We still have a bunch of space here around the spaceship. I think maybe here I'll do some little stars. Okay, let's see how the whole thing looks now. See if it feels like it's missing anything clearly. All right. We've got our spaceship. We've got our whatever's going on in here. Our eclipse or something. We've got, that's black paint, so cool, love that. I love it, and Alex better. He will. He loves everything I make for him. But I do think I want to do the alien right now before we go, which is kind of hard to do. Okay. Don't worry about it. I just spilled paintbrushes covered in paint. It's fine. Forgot the alien. I want to do the alien. Okay. There. Okay, alien time. Alien means we need lime green, neon green. Oh, good. A good old-fashioned alien, you know? Oh my god, this is gonna be so good. I hope so. What's he gonna look like, though? I need to figure out, how do you draw an alien? Okay, so let me think. What is he gonna look like? Is he alone? Are there two aliens? Let's just trust the process. I feel like I need to do it in white first. Oh, I have a good idea, actually. You might even call it a amazing idea once you see what it is. Okay, so here's our alien outlines. Then I love them. I'm glad you love them. Me too. They're just innocent little aliens. I think we might have to do them in a second part though, because this green paint is kind of awful. And I think we're going to have to wait for it to dry in order to do another layer, in order to make it opaque. I kind of feel like we should have just made our own green as opposed to trying to use the neon green, because the neon green is like, it's just like weak. It's like weak paint, which is annoying. But we can continue on the spaceship now. It is time to go. All right, well, at least the silver is very silver. So that's good. Okay. I think that's where we'll go for today. But I'll be back tomorrow to live stream and probably just to finish this shirt. Here's how far we got. Looks pretty cool if I do say so myself. But what do you think? I think that by turning the rings on the Saturn white and taking the planet in a little bit more of a red direction, we ended up good. Also, I think the nebula is now looking a lot more nebulous. Pretty cool. So what I think we need to do to finish this off tomorrow is I think we need to finish here, here, and the aliens. Here's how far we got on those aliens today. Aliens. Ta-da! Ta-da-da-da-da-da. This is what you can do with bleach and acrylic. And then Alex will now wear this for a year until I replace it with another outer space shirt for him. But we'll finish this tomorrow. Oi, oi, oi. Oi, watch it. Get out of here with that screeching. Jeez, Louisa. Holy macaroni. Oh, the neighbor is hanging up her clothes to dry on the clothesline, and they're her pink clothes. It's all like red and pink clothing. Must be scaring my birds. Okay, peace and love. I hope you guys have a good rest of your day. stay hydrated, be nice to yourself and to others. And then come back tomorrow. I will be here again tomorrow. I'm Monday, Wednesday, Friday from 9 a.m. until 12 p.m. If you come here on other days, I will either have content coming out or I'll do bonus streams. That's my new intention. We'll see how far I can stay committed to it. My intention is to always have content. So if I don't have a video filmed for you, my intention will be to come on live. So here I am for the first time doing the live instead of a tutorial. First time in a while anyway. And we are finished. So I'm going to go and try and get to work on editing a video for you for next week. But I hope that you don't put the brushes upside down. Not good for the bristles. A little late for that now, but thank you, Candace. I'm not going through all those paintbrushes to find the ones that are down, but I will not do that in the future. So, like I said, I hope you have a good rest of your day. I'll see you guys tomorrow, so have a good Tuesday, and come back here, 9 a.m., Monday, Wednesday, Friday. I'm here live streaming, so come back. Don't forget to click the thumbs up button. It helps the channel grow, and you're already here, so that's that for that. You're welcome. Thank you for coming. I'll see you next time. Bye.